right. Let's clap for our intro, of course. We always clap on 1, 3, 2. Okay. No. It wasn't in sync, so we can't start. 3, 2. No. I was after you. Okay. 3, 2. Look at that. Okay, I like that even better. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Plus One Podcast. My name is Kasey Brown, and I am your host of this podcast, obviously. Today, I have a very special guest, and his name is...
Joshua Andreas Watson.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you are from? Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm a physical education major here at the university.
Speak a little louder.
Also, I serve as Mr. Junior at the university on the royal court.
Anything else you'd like to say about yourself?
I'm cool.
Yo.
I'm a noob, of course.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's crazy.
The greatest.
You know, I just have those coming around quite often now.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Literally.
Frank's so nice they named it twice for a reason.
What they said. All right, well, guys, we're getting ready to start our question segment. After my birthday episode, we have, turned over to, the same things that we were going back to before. So, you never told me your major.
My major is physical education teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to do with that? Let's start the questions there.
Okay, so first I would like to become a coach, but while coaching, like middle school level, K through like 8th grade, I want to teach a subject. I probably want to teach history though. Yeah, while coaching basketball.
That's nice. Okay. Well, you said that you are currently Mr. Junior on the Royal Court at UAPB.
Yeah.
I was on the Royal Court my freshman year. I was Miss Freshman. And I'm very sure that it's very different now because I was Miss Freshman during the COVID year. And so I would like to know about your interpersonal experience with being on the Royal Court.
Royal Court is real. How can I put this? You gotta be willing to work with everybody on Royal Court.
That is true.
I really had to develop a trait that was like teamwork. I wasn't clicking with everybody at first when I first joined Royal Court, I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. And then, like, as I got to know them and as we started hanging and going to games, it became more like family. But one thing about Royal Court really shows, like, who can dress, like, and who can't, for sure. But I feel like the people on Royal Court are really the people of the class that, like, can dress for real and, like, represent the university in a good way while putting on clothes. That's what I feel Royal Court is, but...
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. I just think it's another way for them to have people give more money. I do. And the only reason is because, like, now, yeah, y'all have events and stuff like that, but, like, beforehand, Royal Court did so much more before COVID. Like, now it's really just more like a job, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, you show up. Yeah, you show up.
Yeah, and I didn't really feel, I don't like that either. Yeah, like, I feel like we should do more, but, like, when certain people are in certain positions and they don't see beyond those positions, you got to kind of wait your turn.
It's not even that either. It's more like sometimes people don't want to step on toes either. True. So, like, you do a lot of back and forth with SGA because SGA doesn't really like to include Royal Court as a part of SGA. Like, they like to make it definite that is separate from the SGA executive board. So you have to run into a lot of events that you might not be able to plan, or things that you have to go to that might be SGA sponsored but not Royal Court sponsored. Then you have to worry about a separate budget because you are separate from the SGA. You have to worry about paying for your own clothes and stuff like that. Or if the school is paying for your clothes,
That's an issue.
yes.
That's a big issue. Our university doesn't. We already know our university probably is the most underfunded HBCU in America.
One of, if not the most.
And it ain't like we expect them to pay for everything, but they definitely could help us out, you know, with maybe even a stylist, you know, maybe a contract with somebody in the city.
Or an advisor, period.
Yeah,
Like they
like-
need their own separate person
To
if
handle
you're gonna
Royal Court.
if you're going to make somebody, if you're going to make Royal Court be separate from everybody, then you need to give somebody a separate job.
True.
You don't need to have somebody that's running over here making sure that the SGA
Involved
president,
with 5 other clubs.
yeah,
Like, that's not going to work.
and doing a classes too to try to make it for Royal Court. That's not going to work. If they have to be there for somewhere, or they have to have a performance, or they have to be in a parade or something like that, it needs to be somebody who has a designated job
And
to
my
be there
thing
with them.
is, PB preaches this pride thing that we don't uphold from our faculty. Y'all can't teach us pride, and you guys don't have pride. You have to have pride to, you know, do something that you don't want to do. Like, with this university, we know it's a lot of stuff we don't want to be doing right now that we're doing just for the U of A system school. It's a lot of stuff that we're just accepting. That shows no pride. Like, this school is built off pride. We need to show it. And I feel like our faculty just get run over and they just accept things when in reality we shouldn't just be accepting things.
Well,
It's
I feel like that's
2024.
due to our alumni too. If our alumni was more invested into our school, then they wouldn't have to run to the state to get all their money.
True.
They wouldn't have to rob their students blind to get all their money. They wouldn't have to do none of that if they weren't misappropriating funds. And I know that's a bad word to say when you talk about a school, but if you're not using your money for where it needs to go actually to help the students, that's what misappropriating means. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say nobody's stealing.
Right.
But if you're not doing that, then what's the point? Like, the students come there to get their education and to better their lives. And if you're not going to be able to help with that in any way, shape, or form, or you're giving them the bare minimum necessities and saying, I hope you figure it out, that's not help.
At all.
That's just you being
And
present.
One thing, faculty, you don't have to be here if you don't want to be here. Like, seriously. It's a lot of colleges in Arkansas. If y'all ain't going to give us y'all full invested time with us being in school for 4 years, I don't think you should work on the campus. Because this campus is about pride and for students. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in life has to be where they don't want to be. Period, point blank. And that's just all I got to say about the Royal Court and the faculty at University of Arkansas.
That is.
But,
That's facts.
Yeah.
If you, we do have that issue here.
but I'm not going to say it's every faculty. We have some faculty that really care. And I'm going to be real. Like, it's a lot of them that really care about our well-being. Like, we'll call you on the weekends, all that. Like, for real. But over half of them,
write your letter in 12 hours type stuff.
yeah. Like, a lot of y'all, I thank a lot of y'all for real. Because some of y'all saved me. But
I think the only faculty that are like that, though, are people that have either been here or been here so long that they know, like,
No cap.
the system.
it's like the younger ones that just, like, graduate from the yard that they hire real quick. Don't really just...
Because they're just now leaving it. Like, they're seeing it
They're
from
seeing-
how it went down from where they
Exactly.
were.
So all they see is the downfall of UAPB. They don't see when it was upheld.
Yeah.
But
So that's why that's the only thing I don't like. But I feel like our school likes to basically recycle people. We don't like to bring anybody in new. And I don't know if, again, that's due to us misappropriating funds and we can't pay people, or because we just don't want anybody to come in here that doesn't know the system to come in here and make it any different.
Well, it all starts with, I'm going to be real. It all started with when UAPB accepting rate, when we started accepting people with 1.5 GPAs.
Oh,
You know?
I didn't know we were doing
That's
that.
part of the reason we can't get a lot of money back. Because we accept people straight out of high school with a bad GPA or that ain't took the ACT at all,
They did do that.
and then they get a $6,000 refund, but it's a student over here with a 3.8 that ain't getting none. What's going on?
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's not it. That ain't why we came to school. You got to reward your students that handle their business. You know what I'm saying? But that's just
and
my
make
opinion.
the other ones that don't get loans.
Yeah, they gonna have to take out some loans. I hate to say it, but
Yeah, like
it's
you
what's
have
fair
to
is
do
fair.
that. Right. I mean, I don't feel like if you didn't already know that you were coming here. And number two, a loan is a hard thing to take out. I do understand that because you're not getting a return on your investment for a whole 4 years until after, unless you're working while you're going to school.
True.
And then using your refund to basically give back the money, the extra money you're getting from them. Like, that's the only way you're going to be able to pay it back, because all that money that you used across those 4 years is wanted back in 6 months. I said it on the last
Soon as you
episode. In
graduate.
6 months after you get done graduating, do
They gonna
you
be
have
sending you a letter.
right? Do you have $30,000 to get back in 6 months?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think so.
No.
Which means that every month
And then it's like after
that,
those 6 months, you're just starting life, so you're gonna be in debt
as soon as you jump
start
out,
life.
right? Because you don't have no money saved up to pay that off.
You been
Because if
living
you
in the
did
dorm.
have that money or something like that set aside, you would have used it to pay for your school instead of getting a loan.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's no reason for you to sit here and to put yourself in that situation if you didn't have to. But we talked about that on my birthday episode too. Before the birthday episode, so they go
What's our next topic? We done talked about the I'm sorry if I offended the university, but I love my university for real.
Yeah, I
for
love
real.
the school.
I still love my school. I
Yeah.
just care a lot. Like, for real.
And I would give my money to this school. I
Nah,
just
for real.
realized that when I do give my money, I need to give some stipulations.
Yeah.
What I realize is that a lot of our alumni are misinformed by the school.
Yeah.
They just come and say, give money, give money, give money. They don't say why, for what, or where, to when. The only time that we get stipulations on money is athletics. When
yeah.
athletics comes and they have an endorsement or they have somebody come, they make sure they put their money to say, goes to the football team, goes to the golf
them
team.
gold Adidas shoes.
Yes.
The whole athletic department got them.
Yeah.
They ain't miss a beat. Look,
They
come
made
on,
sure.
y'all. Can we get some?
They didn't miss a beat
Right,
about
every
them shoes.
athlete got them
Exactly.
shoes.
Right. So that's what I mean. Like, we need to make sure that we know where our money's going. We know what we're doing. We know how we want the school to progress. Because if we're not asking the students that are still there what the school looks like and what's going on, and we're just up and not sending our kids just because we don't think anything's going to get better, you're not going to have a better place to send your kids if you don't actually buy into it.
Yeah, true.
So you have to be just as informed as you want your students to be, so that way they know what you need to get back to.
Correct.
So that's what we'll end on with UAPB. But I would like to segue into something else. Mr. J White here puts on some of the nicest parties in Pine Bluff in the Little Rock area. So I just wanted to know, what made you want to start?
I ain't start throwing the parties until, like, what was that, senior year of high school. I had some homeboys that went to Joe T. Robinson, shout out to them. And all they used to be like was, let's have some people come over, let's have some people come over. And so we was chilling one night on a Friday night, and they was like, just have some people come over. And I just texted everybody on my phone that I knew, and was like, pull up here, here, here at this time. And so, not knowing how many people I had texted, I'm just texting people, like, on Instagram and on Snapchat, just texting anybody, like,
Just come
might
to the
not
party.
even know you, like, just telling you to pull up. So, everybody pull up, and we just kicking it. They like, who invited all these people? Everybody like, Jay White invited me, Jay White invited me, Jay White. And I'm like, I don't even know half them people. You know what I'm saying? They
I just sent out the invite.
Like, we was all seniors in Little Rock, and this one, like, the world shut down. It wasn't really shut down, but we was still going out and kicking it for our senior year. And so, like, everybody was telling my homeboy Will, like, Jay White told me to pull up, Jay White told me to pull up. And Willie D was like, you told all these people to pull up to my house? I'm like, yeah, y'all was trying to throw a party. Like,
Just wanted to make it lit.
he was like, man, you need to start being a promoter. And so, like, ever since then, like, when I came to school freshman year, I wasn't doing nothing. And then, like, I just kind of emerged, like, real deal, like, after I became a noob. because I always knew a lot of people. So feeding off a lot of people, I always knew like what people wanted, how they wanted to kick it, when they wanted to kick it. You know what I'm saying? I just like to have fun myself. So that's kind of where the parties came from. But it kind of grew bigger than I thought it would grow. And I really didn't want it to grow this big, but it's cool.
Really?
Nah, I was not trying to be no promoter in college. I swear I wasn't. I was not trying to be a promoter. I wanted to come to school and stay low key and leave in 4 years and pledge, and that was it.
That was my plan.
For real.
I think I did half of that.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't trying to put my face out there as much because freshman year I was quiet. Like, for real.
You really think so? I think you have always been a very... Well, I've known you for a long time. I forgot to say that too. But yes, I've known J Watt for a long time. But I just feel like he's always been a very bright and bold personality, such as myself. But, okay, let me ask you this. So you just said that you didn't want to go. You didn't want to become a party promoter, so... Do you see this like going past here? Would you want to throw more parties wherever you go, or would you like to just pass it on? Or
I ain't gonna lie. After college, I was thinking about this the other way. After college, I'm done throwing parties because it ain't nothing left for me in it no more. You know, I pass it down to another little bro that's coming up on the yard that knows some people and knows some folks, and give him the game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really nothing left for me to do no more. I mean. Making money from the party, cool, but I'd rather give all that back and throw a free party than to rather take y'all money and go do something I don't feel like doing with it anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, like, I'd rather just pass it down. I wouldn't keep it going after college.
Okay. So you're ready to start the other life of J Watt after
yeah, I'm
college.
ready to be J Watt the coach now. Like, that's what I want to go be. I want to be J Watt the coach.
And you just okay with the little money during college?
Come on. That was cool. It was a little side hustle.
Okay, so... What do you think the most challenging moment has been in your party promoting business?
With promoters stealing my events.
Oh.
Let me go and put that out there.
Y'all saw the point.
I post some to tease my little crowd or whatever for my parties I got upcoming. And it's like they'll take my whole idea and make it their idea. That's not cool. One thing I got to say about that is, like, we can work together to do anything, you know. I accept anybody to work with me. It ain't no thing. But stealing another man's idea, that ain't cool, you know. But, like, if you want to come together and collab, I'm cool with that at any moment. But y'all know, like, we don't copycat. We come up with our own stuff. We'll sit down and think about it. I sit down and think about party event and flyers for days before I even tell somebody, like. But that was my biggest challenge, that y'all stole one of my ideas for my parties. And then, like, another one of my biggest challenges is another promoter having the same party on the same night when you know in this city ain't that big. Don't do that, bro. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Or one of us gonna get disrespected.
Yeah,
somebody
like,
gonna be at the other party more than the other.
And I'm cool with that. Like, if y'all go to his party, go. But if y'all come to my party, cool. We gonna kick it way harder than them. You know what I'm saying? But DM me before y'all do something like that again, though. That rubbed me the wrong way. And y'all know it rubbed me the wrong way because I was on live that week, you know? And I don't even go on live. I had like 70 views on live. That's about it. That was my biggest challenge.
Okay. Well, I mean, other than, I know also that you have had some parties outside and stuff like that. How do you deal with control of the crowd?
Okay, about that. I done had some parties that get out of control, but one thing about me is I would never promote violence. I never be in an environment where I feel like myself in danger, anybody I care with is in danger. And one thing about it is I know it's people that's going to make decisions, and I know it's people that's going to make good and bad decisions. One thing I can tell is when some BS finna go down, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can feel it in my stomach. And so, like, I think we had a little incident at my last day party where some dudes got into it and something went down. I don't know. But once I seen that go down, I'm like, it's over. Everybody go home. Like, cut the music off, let's go. I ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when that go on because parents send their kids to school to come get their education, not to come to JY party at all. You know
He's
what I'm
right.
saying? And one thing you're not going to go home and tell mama is,
well, I was shot at JY party.
I got shot at JY party, or my friend stumbled and hit her foot and broke her leg at JY party. No, because I ain't got no money for mama to come sue me. You know? I love you. I hope y'all get home safe. I hope y'all come to all my parties. But look, if you feel like it ain't safe, please stay at home. And one thing I tell y'all about all my parties, I have undercover police at every party. Y'all don't know it, but I do because I pay for it. Y'all don't. Trust me. And I never put y'all in no danger, but for real though.
That's another reason I feel quite safe at his parties. Like, I at least know that there's somebody,
Yeah,
you
like,
know, watching.
You gonna see the police.
Yeah, like,
here.
even if the police do drive by, they're not coming around to stop us. They're just coming around to make sure.
To see what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, for real.
So I can agree with that because we do have another party promoter, and he got into some very hard trouble with the police. We're not going to say his name, but his police run was not very good, so he had to stop for a little while and come back.
That happens.
See, that's why I'm saying I know
you gotta move lightly,
right? It's some disadvantages with throwing parties and stuff. That's why I never even wanted to be a party person on the flyer. I don't even want people to think I'm gonna be on the flyer.
Like, promoters' names can get slandered in the worst type of way, like, for real. And I didn't see any, like, promoters' names just get slandered in the worst type of way. With from throwing parties, with from serving liquor at the parties, with from everything. Like, you really got to watch what you're doing when you're promoting a party. And I really try to watch what I do for sure. Because I still try to represent the university while having an outside life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, seeing how you said you wanted to be, I'm not going to go there, actually. We're going to go back to the school, actually. You said you're Mr. Junior. So, is there anything else that you would want to run for now for your senior year? Or would you like to, just keep your senior year to yourself?
No, I'm definitely not going to keep senior year to yourself because senior year is going to be my biggest and my best year for sure. And I wanted to keep it a secret, but I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm going to run for Mr. UAPB, and I'm going to win Mr. UAPB.
I heard that.
For sure. I don't care who running against me. You better be ready to run. And
lace up your shoes.
With me running for Mr. UAPB, trying to take on that role next year, really what I'm trying to do is change the narrative around with black men around here. I'm not trying to control the students at UAPB or the complaints they give out of UAPB. I'm not trying to control none of that. What I'm trying to do at UAPB is change the narrative on black men and unify black men at UAPB. Because one thing about Pine Bluff is every 3 days a black man is just, it's dangerous out here for a black man in Pine Bluff. That's all I'm going to say. I don't even want to say killed or shot because I hate to hear those words. It's dangerous out here for a black man in Pine Bluff. And I feel like this university is the only thing saving UAPB with black men. Even if you look today, some of the best black men that work on this university went to this university. You see what I'm saying? Or they live in this city. From the janitors to the RAs, they went to this university, and they are a succeeding black man. Right now, we have students we got a lot of black males on campus that are very active. They're in multiple clubs. They want to be a part of SGA. They're ready to pursue other dreams within fraternities. But I just feel like my role at UAPB was to uphold the black men and make a voice for black men at UAPB, because I feel like UAPB has always been ran by women. Every time I seen UAPB go viral, it was women. Women this, women that at UAPB. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Women hold a strong thing at that campus, and I like it.
But
I just feel like it's time for the males to step up and really put our university out there, and that's what I want to do in running for Mr. UAPB.
I think so, because number one, we haven't even had a Mr. UAPB for that long. He would be the 10th.
So that's history right there. So
the 10th Mr. UAPB. You know how many? We almost got 100 Miss UAPBs.
Yeah.
Women been walking around that campus looking pretty and running it over.
Women ran that campus for a long time. A long time.
Like from the top to the bottom, chancellors and all. Yeah. It's been women in them positions. So, yeah, I really think that's a good thing, though. Like, you're actually putting out a positive model for the men to come in and follow. Because I feel like all the men that get on Royal Court and stuff like that, they either fall back to the wayside, like they
Yeah.
just show up, do whatever they got to do, and leave. They don't talk, they don't do nothing, they don't try to help out for nothing. They just be there and leave.
And it's a lot of males that's lost at UAPB. Like, I'm not talking bad about them in any type of way, but there's a lot of guys that's just going to school to go to school. You know, when in reality, every man I look at him as like a boss. You your own boss. You got 24, I got 24. Look, don't just go to class. Go walk around campus, go meet somebody. You never know who you might meet. Like, just being a male, you might meet a girl that could help you with your classwork tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I feel, though.
I don't feel like they're looking for that, though. Like, I don't feel like the men that came here are looking for a healthy, positive relationship. I don't even know if they know what that looks like. That's another thing I wanted to say. Okay, so I know this might be a little interpersonal, but we're getting ready to get into this because I feel like it's an important message to share.
Okay.
Were your parents together when you were growing up?
My parents were together until I was 10, 11.
Okay. And
But
then
it scarred me when they broke up.
you did?
Yeah.
Why?
It scarred me bad. Because you go from seeing your mama and your daddy sleeping in the same bed every day, you know, and under one roof, to seeing, damn, they fighting and arguing. Damn, they fighting and arguing again. But you a little boy. You don't really know what
What
you
it
don't know
means.
what mama and daddy going through. You know what I'm saying? You don't know they got to pay bills. You don't know what's going on.
Right.
So when daddy left, it was like, shit, this my rock, you know. But my mama my rock too, because she carried me for 9 months, you know. But it's like, when you see your parents separate, it take like a party over here and take like a party over there. So you'll be walking around just with some anger built up, like, I don't got what every other kid got. You know what I'm saying? You go to your friend's house, you see your mama and they daddy together, sleeping in the same bed, one big happy family. That shit made me jealous. No cap. You know, that shit made me jealous. Yeah, I wish my mama and him, you know.
I'm sorry,
I
y'all.
just feel like that was the American dream, you know? But
And it got, like, ripped from you.
it got ripped from me. That's how I felt. That shit just made me angry for a long part of my life.
I'm sorry I didn't make that face for, like, to laugh or anything like that. It was
You
because
good.
I'm happy that he could say that
Yeah.
out loud. Like, that's why I wanted to ask him, because, like, if you're watching this right now and that's what happened to you at any given point in time, it is okay to say that out loud. It is okay
real.
to turn over a new leaf and be like, you know what? I know that what I did have in the beginning is what I want in the end. So how do I get there?
Nah, for
How do
real.
I keep that? Because it's not like he doesn't have a relationship with his mom or his dad now. He has a great relationship with both of them.
Both.
Both of them. They come and support him at anything that he does. They're everywhere and at all times when they need him.
Man.
Like, anytime. Because I know both his parents.
Yeah.
So,
If you don't know my parents, you just ain't around me, like, for real, because they everywhere.
so, like, but it is hard to come from that and
For
to be
real.
different. But what I was trying to make the point of showing is, like, you have to have that conscious effort to know that you want something different. You have to have that conscious effort to understand your feelings. So my question is, how did you get there? Like, how did you get past the anger? How did you know that you wanted something different?
Really, what took my mind off all that was I had to go talk to somebody. Like, I had to really sit down and, like, just talk. And it wasn't my mama or my daddy. Like, you know how you got to have that person like that you talk to that ain't really that close to you, but you got to get it off? Like, I had to go talk to somebody. And then, like, one of the people I went and talked to is my coach, my basketball coach. Because the only thing that could take my mind off my mom and my daddy separating was basketball. Because I was real invested in basketball when they separated. And so I was like, shit, the only thing that bring them together, the only
when you
time
go to the
is
game.
when I go to hoop. It's when I go to my game and I'm like, I see them standing together happy. I'm like, this all I want to do is play ball. So talking to my coach and playing ball really, like, helped me cope, for real. If I didn't have that, I don't tell them where I'd be, somewhere locked up with anger issues still, for real.
So guys, Get you someone to talk to.
For
Turn
real.
over a new leaf. Find the tether so you're not so lost. Because if anybody can turn it around, like he just said, you got 24, I got 24. You got all the time while the sun is up and the sun is down to make any decisions that you want to make. So this channel and this podcast is about self-improvement. So
No cap.
if you want to be better, then do that. It takes the conscious effort for you to wake up in the morning and say, I want to be better today. How do I do that?
And I ain't gonna lie, I got something to say. My fault.
It's okay.
One thing that really helped me was the word courage. And like having courage, that's just like, I had to look at my role models, and y'all might hate me before I say who my role models is. My role models are drug dealers because they got the biggest courage in the world. Like, they feel like they can take on anything in the world. I don't look up to drug dealers, but look, like people like Young Jeezy, he a boss. You know what I'm saying? He a boss. Big Meech, he a boss. He might be locked up, he a boss. They know how to run operations that can get you to bigger stepping stones in life. It might have been through a bad way, but they ain't see it like that. And that's kind of how I live. Like, if you trying to boss up, you going to have to do some stuff you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to have to take a risk. It might not be no bad risk, but it's going to be some stuff you don't want to do. So I just kind of like look at my life as I'm a drug dealer, but I ain't selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? But them just some of the people I look up to. Like Pablo Escobar, Scarface, like just bosses. You know what I'm saying?
Because they just stepped out on it.
Like a CEO. Don't nobody want to be up under nobody. It's 2024. You know, you want to run your own, you know? You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Okay. Where was I going to go after that? Oh, yes. We are going to go into your love life just for a few questions. Before we got on here, he was saying, don't do too much, Kasey.
We can go on do too much. Come on.
You like to, be invasive with people and stuff. I didn't know I did that, but...
Let's do it.
Okay. So, my question is, how do you balance your personal relationships with your busy schedule?
If I got 10 minutes, I'm going to call you.
Okay.
I'm free. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? If I'm busy, you busy. It ain't no point that you shouldn't be busy. You know what I'm saying? Because you should be helping me. I should be helping you. If you got something you need to do, let me help you. If I got something to do, hey, look, I got something to do. Help me real quick. So I just feel like 100 from here, 100 from there, y'all can get stuff done together. You feel what I'm saying? You work together. Teamwork make the dream work all the time. It's two people in a relationship. Just two. Y'all, two people are smart enough to accomplish anything in the world. That's just how I feel.
Okay. Well, I also wanted to ask you, how do you effectively communicate when you have a significant other? Like how busy you are or what's going on or like your feelings or your emotions, like how you feel. Like what does that look like?
So I'm this guy. When I wake up in the morning how I'm feeling, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know exactly how I feel when I wake up and I hit the floor. Because it's just like I ain't going to hold no grudges. I'm going to be exactly blunt about it. And I'm the type of guy we can sit down and talk about it. We ain't got to argue at all. Now, if we having a disagreement, that's cool. I see your side. I see my side. It just, we just got to work it out together. But, yeah.
That's all you do. You just talk it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So I have a scenario for him, and I'm going to ask him how he would respond. So let's say... can't even keep a straight face when I talk about this. But let's say that, you have a girl over or whatever. Y'all have been talking for, a while. Y'all may have been together. Y'all may not have. You may be on your way to being together. Whatever scenario you like to fit into your head. And another dude calls her while she's laying in your bed. What would you do?
I'm going to tell her to answer the phone. I'm going to say, boo, answer the phone, pass it to me. And I'm going to say, hello, what's up, bro? This my boo you calling. And I'm going to chop it up with him. I'm going to see what he got going. I'm going to see what y'all on. Because I'm going to say, boo lay right here in my bed. Why she give you this number, partner? You want to FaceTime real quick?
So you can see.
And wherever you work, we gonna pull up tomorrow, come get a meal or something up out of you, partner. Cause you trying to get something up out of my boo-boo that ain't there. Don't ever. I ain't gonna lie. I will go the extra mile for my boo. Like, don't mess with mines, bro. You know? Like,
So would you feel disrespected by the girl, or would you just talk to the male?
I'ma talk to boo. But dude ain't gonna hear it. I'ma talk to Miss Lady. We gonna talk, but you know, she know where home at.
That's why she was in the bed.
Come on now.
I just feel like some people don't see it that way. Like,
Well,
if the girl was already with you, what's to be so
I'm gonna be
upset
all the way
about?
honest, guys. I've already had an incident like that. It did not go how I would want it, so please don't get up in that. Please. Especially not on the college campus, not in Palmer. It's too small, y'all. And I ain't realized that. Way too small. So.
You didn't realize that you from Little Rock, and you don't know that Palm's smaller than Little Rock.
Girl, boo.
I just don't think you were paying attention. Or someone didn't care.
Man.
It was just a lot. I understand. But yeah, well, I don't know if I would be able to do that. I'd probably get him out the room.
Hey, girls are sneaky. I will say that.
Don't do that. Boys
Ladies
are sneaky,
guys. Like, hold on.
Let me get some. I'm gonna let him go first.
So this is a great topic right here. I'm glad it got here, guys. Girls are sneaky, like I was saying. They think they slicker than butter. But one thing I will say is I respect women. And I love women, you know. It ain't nothing that I wouldn't do for my mama, my granny, my little nieces, you know, my little nephews, all them. I love them. But like with a woman, how I go about approaching a woman is like, if you don't make me laugh, boo, we can't have nothing. Like, nothing. We can't even be friends if you, like, do not walk around campus with a frown. I will tell a girl real quick, I don't even gotta like you. I don't even gotta be flirting with you. Smile. Like, you could be ugly as the bottom of my shoe. I would tell you to smile. Like, it ain't no reason a woman shouldn't smile, because I just feel like women make this world go round. As much as boys don't want to say it, just women keep our world spinning for real. And I just want to say that.
I agree. I think women are only secretive and sneaky if males start there.
And that's the thing with y'all. Y'all get a gut feeling. Women get a gut feeling so quick that a guy may not even be out cheating. He could be out doing something totally different, and y'all will come up with a narrative that something could be going on.
That's not true. I'm going to tell you what happens from a person who is intelligent, okay? If your girl is coming to you telling you that she knows something is going on and it's completely and utterly off from anything that she's told you, that girl has some form of an insecurity, okay? And there are 3 ways that insecurity could have developed: her father, you, or a previous relationship.
Hey, and a bad father can tear down everything.
On both sides.
Oh my God.
On both sides.
Like, I wouldn't even.
On both sides.
I bless a girl heart when she have father problems, because that's the biggest thing in a male's problem is daddy problems. But
that's the only reason I'm saying. And the reason for both sides that it's an issue is because males learn how to model their behavior from their fathers. I have seen it so clear as day, doesn't even make any sense. I could have 100 test subjects right now to tell you how much they model them.
Yeah, that's true.
But women or girls get the way that they're supposed to be loved from men, from their fathers. So if the father is cold and distant, or not around, or never been around, or comes around only on their birthday, that's the only day she's going to consider special. That's the only day she's going to consider to have been loved by him, or appreciated, or even thought of by him. If he doesn't say anything to her, if he's always tearing her down or beating on her or whatever, that's when the issue arises.
Yes.
So it's very important for you to ask your partners, what's your home life like? Where did you grow up? What type of household income did you grow up in? Because it has a lot to deal with where somebody's mind is at.
True.
And it also has a lot to deal with how much they think they can accept.
That's true.
And so if you can't learn to accept more, or if someone's starting at a base level where you didn't even start at, unless they're willing to climb and jump to get up there to where you are and you're willing to wait for them to get there, it's really not going to be an effective relationship, because you're going to keep clashing,
button heads.
Yeah,
that ain't what you want.
Because someone's insecure over here about this but doesn't want to talk about it, or
Right.
someone's being childish about this situation because it's an emotional trigger that they didn't even know was an emotional trigger. So you have to be very cognizant of what you're doing and who you're talking to for that reason. You don't just jump into relationships or conversations without having any conversation about anything about where the person's mind is.
I got some questions for you.
That's at the end of that's at the end of the show.
For real?
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
And you actually only have to wait like 5 minutes for it. I only got one question left.
Bet.
But yeah, I just feel like it's very important for us to talk about that, because, you know, relationships on a college campus and basically throughout the world are very, 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 very depressing currently. And I think it's because,
of social media. Social media is the biggest reason to relationships nowadays. Justin LeBoy, all those meme pages that we see of boys doing this and just putting out the bad narrative of boyfriends is horrible. Like the stuff girls repost about a guy is
because it's actually
nowhere
happening.
near true. This is the stuff that they hear about from other friends or other situations, or maybe even movies, that girls just run with and just take this narrative on and think every guy's out to steal their heart. Sweetheart, look, every guy ain't out to steal your heart. A lot of guys really mean you some good. Some guys just trying to help you. Some of them just trying to be your friend, and some of them just want to, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say it. You know what I'm saying? But in 2024, you should know by now who want to do what with you.
That's not true. Some people don't
Please.
have enough home training or enough awareness of their surroundings to be able to know when somebody's trying to play them or not. Everybody's not like us, dear. Number 2, I think that if men were just very upfront from jump about their intentions, it would stop all of that. Don't sit here and tell a girl that you want to be in a relationship with her and the only reason you're in that relationship is because you knew she wasn't going to accept just having sex with you.
That's true.
That's the issue. Like I said, no woman is going to start with the problem if she's intelligent and fully whole and capable. If she is here mentally, spiritually, and physically, like she looks like a put together person.
But you can never judge a man off your previous man.
That's true.
You can't
But you
judge a
also
new man
can
off your
judge him
previous man.
off of the actions that look the same as the previous one.
But there's a reason you and him left and are over, and you came over here. So you seen something in me. Like every time I get with a girl, I'm gonna ask her what you see in me. Real deal. You can ask every girl I ever talk to what you see in me. I ask you that every day to see if your answer gonna change. Like, I really want to know what you see in me, because I'm gonna let you know what I see in you. I'm gonna let you know you bullshit. I'm gonna let you know if you ain't doing your work. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know when you ain't looking good. I'm gonna let you know when you, like I said, bullshit. But because women ain't gonna sugarcoat it with men. Period. Point
Yes,
blank.
they do. All the time.
Women gonna call a meeting quick to tell you how they feel. Tell me I'm lying. They will call a meeting. We need to talk. I hate when I get hey, that's the scariest text a man
like
can
I said,
get.
if she's intellectual, if she's right up here, then she'll do that.
That's
If
true.
not, it's a lot of females, and I can't say that I haven't been one of them at a certain time, that won't do nothing. I'll leave you exactly in the hole where you at and keep it pushing. It's nothing to me to do that. So,
Niggas.
but yeah, I just feel like it's not meant to. It starts from y'all. I promise y'all, it starts from y'all. Women are not going out doing these ignorant things just for nothing.
True.
It's due to the fact of the lack of capability of men to be able to communicate what they're feeling, what's going on, and what they want. Because I promise you, if you want to just have sex with a girl, either you can go pay for a prostitute, for a woman who is actually doing that as her job, or you can get a girl that actually just wants to do that and has her whole life together and wouldn't want to use you but as a piece of meat. But you don't like that idea of being used. So instead, what you do is you make it seem like I'm the perfect man put together. I want to be in a relationship and marry you and have babies, of course. And then you get in there and all this shit fall in front of her like the story just came burning down or something like that. That's heartbreaking and hard to deal with and hard to snap back from instantly. You can't expect somebody to be lied to and then expect them to act differently. That's what I don't get about men. You can't tell me that you want one thing and then when I come in there acting like the thing you said to me beforehand and then be like, I didn't say that. Because that's what happens most of the time. I didn't do that. I didn't say that.
That's true.
I didn't say I wanted that. When did we go over there? Like, y'all just act clueless, so dumb. And, like y'all don't even know where it came from. Like, we're the crazy ones. When y'all are the ones
I'm not gonna say
leading us astray. Exactly. They be lying. And then, the other thing that I had the issue with is the accountability part. Even if you do tell me the truth, even if you do tell me that you only want to have sex with me or you do want to have a relationship with me, consistency is key. Don't come tell me we're only having sex and we're being distant and then come and want me to lay in your bed and be cuddled up and talk on the phone with your mama and do all this emotional stuff. We're not there. So why are you expecting that from me? If you want something else, then you have to renegotiate the deal.
First of all, it starts with the man.
Mm-hmm.
You talking like the woman owns the relationship. The man lays the law. Sweetheart, look, when I say go. Look, sweetheart, you gonna go to work, you gonna cook, you gonna clean, I'm gonna do the trash, I'm gonna do the grass, you know. But look, boo, talking to other men at work, little work buddies, sew that on up, you know. But men are very manipulative. We know how to manipulate really good, man.
God, it came out of his mouth.
But I'm going to tell you one thing, man. Manipulating will get you in a hole. It will mess you up with a lot of women for your future. You know? But women have to understand that men run the world too. Not just them. And we definitely like control what goes on. You know, we control your feelings with everything, with how you walk, how you talk, how you even have sex with me. We control that. So I just feel like men do have to step up, but women have to calm down for men to step up. Women have to stop posting these narratives of men on social media poisoning all these younger women. You know? That's not cool.
Okay.
But that's just kind of what I got to say.
I understand what you're saying, though. You're saying that for us to be able to get the accountability that you're already supposed to be taking, then we need to open the space to allow you to do that. Like, because there have been so many bad men, or the bad man you started out with was your father, now you cut off
but
all
always
men.
Remember, you don't have to be where you don't want to be. That go with a relationship too.
Well, there are people
For
that
real.
really, like, the men really do, like, psychologically mess them up, saying
Hey.
they gonna kill themselves and do all kinds of things when they try to leave. But
If a man tells you he's going to kill himself if you try to leave him, he's lying. He's lying. That boy is not going to kill himself. He's going to go talk to Sally and try to get up under Sally's dress tomorrow. If you leave him today. That's just how the game goes.
It does.
You roll the dice shake, and you see what your outcome is, you know? That's just really how it
that's
goes.
it. But as we can see, Everything I've been saying here about men, I have not been lied about. But I don't really post about, the bad parts of men unless it's something. Yeah. It's something that I, has actually happened to me. Like, if it's actually something that somebody that I'm currently talking to has done, I'm not going to sit here and say nothing that, just out the top of my head and be like, men are horrible or something. Because I know they're a great man. Right. I have great men around me every single day. So, and then when I do talk about the bad ones, I say to my friends, we're not talking about y'all. Yeah. It's just these others over there. They ain't just not worth nothing. So, my last question to you is, are you excited about the week that is to come? And what is something coming up that you would like to promote and tell people about yourself?
What week coming up? Should be like a new week, Cap Week? Yeah. Okay, Cap Week is going to be the biggest. We're going big on big, We really got some events that I think the whole yard should come. Some events not just for future members, but some events for boys and girls that y'all should come to. We're going to have a big party right after Shimmy Like a Noob. Be on the lookout for that flyer. And then
I'm finna be on that.
I wasn't going to say nothing about this because my friends don't want me to say nothing. Shout out to Ty and Vale and Kobe. But we throwing Wet and Wild Part 2.
I missed that last year, so we get to go.
When it get hot, I'm on y'all lab with the day parties and all the... I'm on that. Like, we gonna have the ice cream truck. We on all the family reunion vibes, So, Cap Week gonna be big. TNG returning to the yard. So, when you edit this, put a little clapping noise on there when I say it. TNG returning to the yard. We back. We finna have Win Wild. And then, I think we...
What about your other event, the Black Men in Suits?
100 Black Men in Suits. I almost forgot. Man, I've been pressing so hard for that event. That's going to be a good event. I want every black man on university campus and in Pine Bluff to come to that event. Make sure you got your suit on and looking like a boss. April 25th at 1 o'clock in front of the library. Campaign season coming up. I wish all y'all to support me. If y'all don't, it is what it is. I ain't hold no grudges. But that's about it.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for this action-packed question segment. We're getting ready to take a small break and then go into our last two final segments. Thanks. Well, guys, welcome back. We are only going to do two segments today. We're going to do the on-repeat segment and the questions for me segment. And then that'll be it because, our sir here is a very busy man. He has a lot going on. And plus, we both didn't prepare memes. And we just talked about all the memes that you hear about anyway. Yeah. So y'all got that. Go research some. So let's start on repeats. I'm going to say my song first just because my song this week is Party in Heaven by G Herbo and Lil Durk. I've been practicing a lot to that. And I just like the song or whatever. I'm a real big fan of Lil Durk. Shout out to my friend.
What you been practicing?
Oh, well, by the time this come out, by the time this come out, y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna add some of my clips from the show and from us practicing it
okay.
Here. But
they think they smooth with their shoulders.
Who is y'all?
Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see it Shimmy Like a Noob April 12th.
I'm smooth. Y'all gonna see it. Don't even worry about it. But yes, I've been practicing my shoulders. I've been practicing everything. My freaking body hurts from head to toe. I've been working out, practicing all hours of the day.
Sound like they've been working hard for Kappa, huh?
We really have. Like at this point, they should make us raise money too. We just online at this point.
Oh no!
They should make us raise money for St. Jude at this point.
Ladies love Gamma Sig. Trust me.
The ladies on the Shimmy Like a Noob line currently do. Somebody, I guess. But yeah. So, it's really just been in my ear a lot, and I just like the song too because it has Lil Durk in it, and someone who's very close to my heart, hopefully he's watching, is put me on to Lil Durk. Like, he listens to Lil Durk all the time, so I'm very keen to Lil Durk right now. So, yeah. What's your song?
My song. My song is Jeezy, Tear It Up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of old stuff. Young Jeezy. I may have that on repeat.
Why you like it?
It made me think about my boo.
Ooh.
Yeah, like when I see her.
You have one of those?
Yeah, I got a little boo.
Okay.
It ain't everybody business, you know.
I heard that.
A little behind the scenes.
Yeah. Apparently, currently, I'm playing the field. That's what people seem to think. So I'm gonna let the crew shut up.
But look down.
But I'm just gonna let them think that, and then when they come back around, because they'll come back around, they'll realize that I really wasn't. I was just out here handling
Another
business.
song I got on repeat, Dump Truck.
Ooh,
bag it up and dump it. Bag it up. That's my song right there.
That's the lit party song.
Like, for real.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll go into the questions for me. He said he had some questions for me, so I'm going to let him go ahead and run these out.
You know my biggest question for you. I ain't trying to start nothing. But how did you accept, like, losing the race last year? Because I wouldn't have been able to accept that. Like, L's come, you take them to the chin, you move on. I wouldn't have been able to move on. Like, I would have had to go talk to somebody, you know? Because I ain't never took no drastic L, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the way you took your L and stayed strong and kept going, that shit was amazing. Like, because a lot of people would take a drastic L and then just, like, give up. Be like, I'm not coming back to school here. I ain't coming back on campus. Fuck this school. Fuck these students. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally came back and took senior year on by storm. Wow, going through that. Like, how'd you do that?
I talked about this on the second episode with Will, and I did mainly say that the reason was because of God and my family. Like, I did, number one, I had to realize that I had something else going for me. Like, just because, like, the reason that I ran was because I was already popping.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's, like, it's not going to take nothing away from me if I lose.
Right.
Like, I don't have to write on my resume that I lost
That
Miss
you
UAPB.
Exactly.
So, like, it's not like anybody's going to know my failure for real or hold on to my failure for real unless I hold on to it and make it
But it's
a big
like,
thing.
When you try to pursue something, you see yourself in it. And then when you don't see yourself in it, it kind of fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
That is
like,
a true statement, but I wasn't really more worried about, like, not having the opportunity to do it or nothing like that anymore. It was more of the fact that of some decisions that I made before I ran.
Right.
Like, there were some things that I got rid of and that I cut that I was really beating myself up about because I was like, well, I didn't have to cut this now because I didn't make it. Like, I didn't have to do that now. Like, I could have had that if I really wanted it. Now, I could have been doing what I really wanted to do. And I think that was the thing. Sorry. I think that was the thing that really... Sorry. I think that was the thing that really messed me up the most because it was already a hard decision for me to make.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew my life would have looked a lot differently and I wouldn't have been able to run at all if I didn't do it. But I don't know. That was the first thing I thought about when it happened. And so I did have to talk to somebody. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So, I just feel like because I had to make that decision, it was probably the worst decision of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I lost, I was like, damn, I didn't have to do it. But then I thought, you know, I have another opportunity to do it again, so I wasn't really that messed up about it. And then on top of that, I was like, you know what? It'll be okay. How can I take what I was going to do as Miss UAPB and get back to the students?
Yeah.
And how can I do it in a way that is going to be in the most comfortable aspect for me. So I just felt like there's no reason for me to, give up. Plus, I feel like the people who were hating on me wanted me to give up the most anyways.
And that's who it be.
And so I was even more like, picture, yeah. I was even more like, I can't stop just because these people didn't want me to succeed. Like, I've succeeded in everything else against everybody else, no matter what. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I didn't succeed at this, but I got so many other things going on. I got so many other places to be. I got so many other things to do. Like, life don't stop.
Life goes on.
And this podcast was another thing that I was going to want to do, but I was going to have to put it off because I didn't know how I was going to have to make myself be perceived in front of everybody for, what is the word? For Miss UAPB.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, I can't be out here cussing and talking about the university and doing all this other stuff if I'm Miss UAPB. So now that I'm not going to be that, what am I going to do? And so I started this. So, like, staying focused and always having the discipline that I've always had whenever it came to anything is what really just kept me like, man, forget that. Let's move on.
Yeah. Real talk, though.
Yeah.
You took that shit head on. You knocked that shit out the park, my nigga. My dog.
Okay. Any other questions?
Hey.
As we finish up
y'all been tuned in with Plus One Podcast. We out.
That's not how I ended it. Is there any other questions you have? Come on. We got like 5 minutes.
No, I really don't have any more questions. I really got to run so I can meet my photographer at the football field. Vote me for Mr. UAPB.
Of course.
I'm sorry I got to go early.
It's okay. I'm just going to close out. Okay, but I would like to let you guys know to, listen to everything that we said, digest it, make sure that you're, improving yourself every day that you get up. And don't forget to, of course, love more, be more, and add more positivity to the world. Yes. We're out. Thank you, guys.
Plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one.
Okay. Thank you, J. Watt, for coming.
Today was juicy.
No, for real.
Top 3.